My name is Albert and I'm thrilled to be your guide on this incredible journey through time. And welcome to Unknown Facts. Here we delve into the mysteries of the universe, explore the wonders of science, and uncover the captivating stories that have shaped our world. Our planet spun in darkness for eons, a silent, swirling sphere in the vast cosmic ocean. Imagine a world untouched by human hands, a landscape sculpted only by the forces of nature. Before we arrived, before our ancestors took their first tentative steps, leaving their footprints on the sands of time. Then, a new creature appeared, a spark of life ignited in the heart of the wilderness, a being destined to change everything. Clever, curious, driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge and a relentless desire to understand the world around them, walking upright, freeing their hands to create, to build, to explore, and to reach for the stars, and shaping its world, bending nature to their will, crafting tools from stone and bone, and laying the foundations for civilization. Us. The culmination of millions of years of evolution, a tapestry woven from countless lives and experiences, from small bands on the African savanna where our story began, under the watchful gaze of the sun and stars. Humanity grew into a global species, spreading across continents, adapting to diverse environments and creating a kaleidoscope of cultures. Our story is one of survival, against all odds, facing down predators, enduring harsh climates and overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges. Innovation, constantly seeking new ways to improve our lives, from the simplest tools to the most complex technologies, and relentless curiosity, a driving force that has propelled us to explore the deepest oceans, the highest mountains, and the farthest reaches of space. Today we'll explore 10 turning points, pivotal moments that altered the course of history, that shaped our destiny, moments where humanity stood at a crossroads, and the choices we made determined the future of our species. From the first controlled fire, a spark of civilization that illuminated the darkness and provided warmth, protection, and a gathering place for our ancestors, to the digital age, a world of interconnectedness where information flows freely and the possibilities seem limitless. These moments weren't about kings or battles, the clash of armies, or the rise and fall of empires, though those events certainly played their part, but about big ideas, the seeds of change that germinated in the minds of visionaries and dreamers. And quiet revolutions, the slow, steady progress that transformed societies and reshaped the world. Each leap into the unknown changed everything, expanding our horizons, challenging our assumptions, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. This is the story of all of us, every single person on this planet, regardless of their background, their beliefs, or their place in the world, woven together across time, a continuous thread connecting us to our ancestors and to future generations. Understanding our past helps us understand ourselves. By learning from the triumphs and mistakes of those who came before us, we can build a better future. So join me as we uncover the greatest moments in human history, the achievements that define us, the innovations that empower us, and the stories that inspire us. We'll reveal how our ancestors' challenges and dreams, their struggles and their aspirations, continue to resonate in our lives today, still shape our lives. Their legacy lives on in our cultures, our technologies, and our shared human experience. This story is still being written, with each new day bringing new challenges and new opportunities, and we're all a part of it, contributing our own unique chapters to the ongoing saga of humanity. If you're fascinated by our shared journey, if you're eager to learn more about the past and to shape a better future, subscribe and like to support more discoveries. Your support helps us continue to explore the unknown and to share the wonders of human history with the world. Long before the rise of sprawling cities, before the advent of written language to record our thoughts and histories, our resourceful ancestors, driven by necessity and a spark of ingenuity, stumbled upon a discovery that would irrevocably change the course of everything. Tools, simple yet profound. A carefully sharpened stone, a deliberately chosen heavy rock, was far more than just a tool for a specific task. It represented the very dawn of technology, the first glimmer of applied knowledge, the initial step on a path that would lead to unimaginable advancements. With these rudimentary tools, early humans could more effectively hunt larger prey, securing vital sources of protein and sustenance, defend themselves and their families against predators and rival groups, ensuring their survival in a harsh and unforgiving world, and access previously unattainable foods, unlocking new nutritional resources that broadened their diets and improved their health, fueling the growth and development of their brains, paving the way for increased cognitive abilities. Our hands and minds evolved in a symbiotic relationship, each influencing and shaping the other, each pushing the other towards greater complexity and capability. Then, an even more transformative force entered the picture: fire. Instead of instinctively fleeing from the terrifying, unpredictable flames of wildfires, our ingenious ancestors, through observation and experimentation, gradually learned to control and harness its immense power. Fire provided much-needed warmth in colder climates, extending their habitable range, safety from nocturnal predators, allowing for more restful sleep and increased vigilance, and crucially, the revolutionary power to cook food. Cooking not only made food safer by killing harmful bacteria and parasites, but also made it significantly more nutritious and easier to digest, fueling the development of even bigger, more complex brains capable of higher-level thought. This surplus of energy, derived from cooked food, sparked a cascade of new abilities and innovations: the capacity for complex and abstract thought, the development of sophisticated language for communication and collaboration, and the emergence of art as a means of expression and storytelling. Mastering the use of fire and the creation of tools irrevocably set the stage for everything that followed in human history. These seemingly simple acts, born out of necessity and ingenuity, laid the very foundation upon which all subsequent human progress would be built. The long and arduous journey from the first chipped stone to the controlled flame represents our species' first great leap forward, a testament to our enduring capacity for innovation and adaptation. Imagine a world without words where knowledge died with its holder. For millions of years, this was reality. Then, we began to speak. Language started with simple sounds and gestures, evolving into complex communication. Now, humans could plan, warn, and share discoveries. Knowledge could be passed down, accelerating adaptation and innovation. We became a collective brain, sharing information for the common good. Language changed our inner worlds, letting us think abstractly and imagine. We could tell stories, create myths, and build culture. Shared stories forged group identity and values. Language was the glue of society, enabling cooperation and care. Every conversation today echoes that ancient breakthrough. Turning breath into meaning was the moment we truly connected. It was the birth of human connection and culture. For most of our history, spanning hundreds of thousands of years, humans existed in a state of constant movement. We wandered as hunter-gatherers, following the migrations of animals and the seasonal availability of plants. Our lives were intimately connected to the rhythms of the natural world, a dance of survival played out across vast landscapes. Then, about 12,000 years ago, a profound shift began to occur. Some among us, in various parts of the world, began to experiment with a new way of life, to plant seeds and raise animals in a controlled and deliberate manner. Farming didn't happen overnight. It wasn't a sudden invention like the wheel. Instead, it was a slow, experimental process, a gradual accumulation of knowledge passed down through generations. Early farmers learned through trial and error, observing the cycles of nature and adapting their techniques accordingly. People learned to cultivate land, understanding the secrets of the soil and the needs of different plants. They also began to domesticate plants and animals, selectively breeding them for desirable traits like higher yields or greater docility. This marked the beginning of the agricultural revolution, a turning point in human history. And it changed everything, fundamentally altering the way we lived, interacted with each other, and shaped the world around us. For the first time in human history, communities were able to consistently produce a surplus of food. We produced more food than we needed, more than was required for immediate survival. This seemingly simple change had profound consequences. Surplus food allowed some members of the community to become potters, crafting vessels to store and transport the bounty of the harvest. Others became weavers, creating textiles for clothing and shelter. And some, unfortunately, became soldiers, tasked with protecting the community's resources from outsiders. This division of labor, this specialization of skills, was the seed of modern society, the foundation upon which complex civilizations would be built. As societies grew more complex, professions and social classes emerged, creating hierarchies and power structures that continue to shape our world today. But farming tied us to land, anchoring us to specific locations and creating a dependence on the success of our crops. This brought new risks, the threat of crop failure due to drought, pests, or disease. And as people lived in closer proximity to each other and to domesticated animals, disease became more common, spreading rapidly through settled communities. Our diets narrowed, becoming more reliant on a limited range of cultivated crops, often at the expense of the diverse and nutritious foods available to hunter-gatherers. And with the accumulation of resources came inequality, as some individuals and groups gained control over land and labor, leading to disparities in wealth and power. The agricultural revolution was a gamble, a trade-off between the uncertainties of nomadic life and the potential for greater stability and abundance. It was security for freedom, a choice that would forever alter the course of human history. It enabled the rise of civilization, the development of complex societies with specialized roles and institutions. But it also brought new problems, challenges that we continue to grapple with today. The world's first villages and cities, the cradles of civilization, grew from this leap, this fundamental shift in our relationship with the natural world. Our relationship with nature, and with each other, within our increasingly complex societies, was forever changed, irrevocably altered by the decision to settle down and cultivate the land. The gamble of farming, the choice to embrace agriculture, set humanity on a new path, a path that has led to both incredible progress and unforeseen challenges, a path we continue to walk to this day. Farming surpluses let people gather in larger numbers, forming the first cities. Cities like those in Mesopotamia and Egypt became hubs of trade, ideas, and power. Life in cities was different, strangers living and working together. New inventions emerged, rulers, priests, and writing to manage complex societies. Writing began as simple accounting but evolved into recording laws and stories. Monumental architecture like pyramids and ziggurats symbolized collective power. Cities became engines of innovation, where ideas and technologies flourished. The city was a crucible, forging the foundations of our interconnected world. Civilization was born from the challenges and opportunities of urban life. As cities grew, some began to ask deeper questions about life, ethics, and the universe. Philosophers like Socrates, Confucius, and the Buddha sparked revolutions of thought. They encouraged critical thinking and challenged old beliefs. Their ideas shaped societies for centuries. For ages, knowledge was copied by hand, rare and expensive. Then Gutenberg's printing press changed everything. Books became cheap and plentiful, spreading ideas rapidly. The printing press fueled the Renaissance, Reformation, and scientific revolution. Knowledge was democratized, empowering individuals and challenging authority. A more informed public emerged, laying the groundwork for modern democracy. The spread of ideas accelerated human progress. The printed word transformed the world. For centuries, civilizations were isolated, their maps filled with blanks and monsters. In the 15th century, European explorers set sail, connecting the world for the first time. The Columbian Exchange swapped crops, animals, and ideas, reshaping diets and societies. But it also brought conquest, disease, and suffering to many. Global empires and a world economy emerged, often at great human cost. Yet for the first time, we saw ourselves as one interconnected planet. Trade, knowledge, and cultures mixed as the world shrank. The Age of Discovery created the first global human network. For millennia, life followed the sun and seasons, powered by muscle. In the 18th century, the steam engine sparked the Industrial Revolution. Factories and machines transformed production, cities, and society. Railways and steamships shrank distances, connecting people and goods. Goods became more accessible, and a new middle class emerged. But factory work was harsh, cities overcrowded, and pollution rampant. Social divisions deepened, fueling struggles that shaped modern politics. The Industrial Revolution changed our relationship with nature and technology. It set the pace for rapid change that continues today. The modern world, with its power and problems, was born in this era. It was a messy, transformative leap into the future. In the late 20th century, a new revolution began, not of fire or steam, but of information. The microchip led to personal computers and soon after the internet. Suddenly, anyone could access knowledge and connect globally. The world became a digital network, a global nervous system. The information age transformed work, relationships, and society at lightning speed. Mobile phones put supercomputers in our pockets. We're more connected than ever, but face new challenges: climate change, AI, and more. Our story is still unfolding, shaped by curiosity and creativity. The future is unwritten, but our capacity to adapt endures. Humanity's journey continues together, on this small, precious planet.